Shalom, shalom. It's another J-Man's lesson coming back at you. Before I do get into this Lord and edifying lesson, I'm going to start off by giving out honor, glory, and praises to the Heavenly Father and to His only begotten Son, Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Recha Kodash. Next up, the Bar and Store Apostles, the elder bishops, elders, a great millstone, taught us the 100% truth of the Bible, and who rule well. Peace, love, salutations to all the brothers across the four corners of the earth, pushing this truth in all diligence and sincerity. Once again, it's the brother Shawai from JMS North Carolina Church out here in Raleigh. Able to put together a little weather edifying lesson, right? And the title is going to be Never Trust Thy Enemy, right? This is Sirach chapter 12 and verse 10. Never trust thine enemy. Boom, said, done, in the video. No, but, all jokes aside, never trust thine enemy, right? And we know our enemies, what's detailed in what? Psalms 83, right? Let me see if we get that real quick. Is it 81 or 83? I believe it's 83. Yep, this is Psalms chapter 83. I'm going to start at 1. A song or psalm or Asaph. Keep not thou silence, O Yahweh, right? The Most High, who the word ignorantly calls God, right? Hold not thy peace and be not still, O Yahweh. Verse 2, for lo, thine enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lift up the head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people and consulted against thy hidden ones, right? So the crafty counsel, we look at what these G Summit, meetings that come together, right? They when they get together and they have these little meetings behind closed doors, right? Israel, the true Israelites, right, which consists of you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, y'all not represented, right, as a sovereign nation, right, in your best interest. Who go and if you type it in on Google or ChatGPT or AI, they'll be like, oh, who's represented by, who represents the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans? When you get down to it, it's your enemies. Your enemies go when each nation comes together and they come and talk and they come. Y'all, we're not represented by us. We're represented by those who bring us into captivity, right? Those who have never had our best interests at heart at any point in time, right? Showing you, who the true Israelites are, for one, right, and two, shows you what situation we're truly in as a people, right? They have taken crafty counsel against thy people and consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name Israel may be no more in remembrance. And look what they've done. They've beaten the nationality out of us, right? Who we are, our culture, our heritage, right? All these heathens have played a part in our downfall. They all know who we are, right? When this devil brought us over here on cargo slave ships, the transatlantic slave trade, did anybody cry out? Did anybody speak against it? Did anybody stop? No, these heathen nations, they ate, at the table with this devil, man, right? And we were the main course, and they've thrived. Why you think Moab, the so-called Chinese, sitting in your neighborhoods with the beauty supply store? Ishmael got the bacon, egg, and cheese waiting for you at the bodega. This nigga don't eat pork, but he'll slap it on your plate. Aki, can I get the bacon, egg, and cheese? All right. Some places might, have the beef option, but brothers know the point. Ham. Yeah, every BP gas station, every hood store gas station, he working behind the counter, right? Hate your fucking guts, but they take your money, right? Moab, Ammon, in North Carolina, you see a food line in the hood, you look to the right, what's right beside it? A motherfucking Chinese store, right? They're all eating off and thriving off what Jake being the consumers in this society, man. They have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance, right? For they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee, right? Who's the first person that's named? The tabernacles of Edom, which is the so-called white man, and the Ishmaelites, which are the so-called Arabs, right? You got the sub-Saharan slave trade, the transatlantic slave trade, right? Who you think built the ships, right? Or had a hand? You know, it gets deep. You know, when you do the research of Moab, right, and the Hagarians, right, Gebel and Ammon and Amalek, the Philistines with the inhabitants of Tyre, right? And Ashur also is joined with them. They have Hopan, the children of Lot, Salah, right? And it goes on and on and on and on and on. All the heathens of the earth, right, have had a hand, right, in our downfall. Chiefly Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. We can't forget him, right? So, okay, we go back. I just wanted to get that point. That's why his judgment is going to be the worst, right? Ecclesiastes 12:10, never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness, right? So as iron, no matter what, is going to rust, right? You can refurbish it, you can, knock the rust off or do what you do to make it look pretty and or whatever, but leave it unattended. You don't watch it. You don't. What is it going to do? It's going to slowly but surely over time show forth this rust, right? Just as this devil's wickedness, right? Well, as it's going to get. Let me not speak over it. Verse 11, though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him. You got to watch this devil, right? Because just as iron rusteth, right? If you ain't watching it, if it ain't upkept, right? If you ain't watching this devil, which his wickedness is going to show whether you're watching him or not, but it's best that what you watch him so that you see. But our people, they're not watching him. They're not paying attention. He crouched himself. You got, well, things have gotten better, and the civil rights movement. We got rights and women's lib and all this and blah blah blah. The white man ain't so bad no more. This nigga still hanging y'all by trees, man. It's been like 7 in North Carolina of recent, right? That we know of. Right, this devil is slowly but surely start to show his horns. Right, he's about to come down with great wrath. The elder Yashawamba was making a good point. The priest Tazamath, both from Dallas, right, were making a beautiful point about ancient time. Who was that? The Greeks, Antiochus, or I forgot who it was. But once he got embarrassed, right? What'd he do? With the Romans, what'd he do? He came back and gave and waged war on Jerusalem, right? Gave the Israelites holy hell. And what you think is going to happen? He going to get his ass embarrassed once again over here in the Persian Gulf. And what he going to do? He going to come back home and belt the body on you motherfucking Jakes, man. he's about to come down. Revelation 12:12, he's about to come down with that great wrath. Right? Because one, you're the easy target, right? Because we're in the lower state, right? And plus, he's the Lord's whooping stick, right about now. So it's all a part of the Lord's plan, but guess what? It's not going to go unpunished. Sirach 12:11, though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed and be aware of him, and thou shalt be unto him as if thou hadst wiped a looking glass, and thou shalt know that his rust have not been altogether wiped away. So, hey, look, you watch unto him, you beware of him, right? You pay attention to him, and you'll realize that what? Oh, this nigga, he's still the devil. He's still fucked up. He's still evil. He's still our enemy, right? He made that covenant with himself in Genesis that what? He was going to utterly slay his brother Jacob, right? And what he's been doing that so effortlessly since then, man. Right, especially in our time, especially since this devil came here in the late 1400s, committed mass genocide against you so-called Hispanic and Native American tribes, the transatlantic slave trade. This devil has never had you Jake's best interest at heart ever, at any point in time, man. Right? Though he go crouching, though he give you these bribes to destroy the heart, to destroy the mind of our people, your WIC, your benefits, your food stamps, your stimulus checks, your income tax checks, right? Our people actually think this devil fuck with him like that. But what? He has a burning hatred, a perpetual hatred for you Israelites, man. So you can never trust him, man. Put your trust in the Lord and, and cast thy burdens upon the Lord, man. right? He has never suffered the righteous to be moved. So if you're putting your best foot forward and serving the Lord got you. You got to believe in that and trust in that, not your enemy, especially this devil or any of these heathen nations for that matter. So with that, a little quick hit, I'm going to close it out right there by giving peace and love to the elect. Shalom.